province in line with most other jurisdictions in this country. Critics worry about how fast the courts appear to be moving forward with a change that could become permanent. Lawyer Tanya Walker is joining me now to discuss. Good morning to you. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's start off with the benefits of jury trials in civil cases and the downsides. Talk to us about that.
Well, the benefits of jury cases is that you are judged by your peers. And so really that is the main benefit. There are many disadvantages. One is that there are just not enough judges to deal with trials, and jury trials take a little bit longer because it takes time to explain the legal principles. And as a result, you don't have as many cases being put through, say, the pipeline. Another disadvantage is the cost. There's a high cost to people who are paying their lawyers for a jury trial because the jury trial takes longer. Another problem is that now is the delay. They are not dealing with any jury trials at the moment until at least September, and we don't know when that will actually end up.
And
so there are quite a few disadvantages.
So you've said that you want to see, Tanya, the province slow down on making these kinds of changes right now. How come?
I don't believe a permanent change is necessary. My thoughts are you can get rid of jury trials at the moment, see how it turns out. When COVID-19 is over, there's a vaccination, it's able to be mass produced, then you can say, okay, is this something that we should continue on, or do we need to go back to jury trials? Because it is important for access to justice to have the option to be judged by your peers. The only province where there is no jury trial at all for civil cases is Quebec. Every other province, you have the right at least to ask for a jury trial.
Since 1990, the Ministry of the Attorney General reports the backlog of civil trials across the province has doubled. If we don't eliminate jury trials, Tanya, how can we alleviate this backlog in the longer term?
My thoughts are technology. Have access to technology where a juror is able to participate in the trial at home. That's the only real reason. But I really think that trials that are scheduled by jury at the moment, the civil trials, it really should be dealt with by a judge because the backlog is going to be tremendous.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. And one of the things you just mentioned, quick access to justice, that's being compromised because of the delays during this pandemic. Talk to us about not only the cost, but also other issues with that problem.
Other issues with that problem is that witnesses, their memories fade. So by the time you actually get to trial, your witness might not be around or might not even remember what happened. You have spoilage of evidence. That's a possibility. There's so many issues that you can have, and therefore you may not get the access to justice that you really deserve. Jury trials, you don't really have a right to it. It's not in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms as it is with criminal trials where you might have a sentence of more than 5 years, and Section 13F protects you and allows you to get a jury trial. And also, with a criminal trial, you're supposed to try that within a certain period of time. That's not the same for a civil trial. You can have up to 5 years. I've actually had trials where it's taken 5 years to get to trial, and it's very difficult to find the witnesses, to get them to testify. It's a headache. So I really think in terms of access to justice, elimination, just temporary elimination of jury trials should be considered, and then reevaluate that in a year or so to see if that should be a permanent change.
Tanya Walker, always good to see you. Thanks so much for your insight this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right.